With dwindling oil resources, which is its major revenue, Nigeria is looking to divest its economy ruthlessly. And at this point, entrepreneurship is a key driver. The capital market affords a veritable platform for this, and this was the focus of the 19th annual CIS Stockbrokers Summit held at the Co Hotel, Lagos. In its opening session, it had an opening remarks by the acting president of the CIS, Mr. Oluwaseyi, speaking on the relevance of the summit, focusing on entrepreneurship and the capital market, fast-tracking a new economy.
Africa needs to break out from a vicious cycle of poverty with its attendant socio-economic disequilibrium, and we believe this can be achieved through optimal utilization of the instrumentality of the capital market to finance and drive entrepreneurship. The importance of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs in economic development cannot be overemphasized. Entrepreneurship has been defined as the capacity and willingness to develop, organize, and manage a business venture along with any of its risks in order to make a profit. It is therefore a journey of opportunity exploration and risk management to create value for profit and social good.
Over the last decade, the main driver of economic growth across the African continent has been growth supported by private sector activities. However, many African countries are struggling with poverty, homelessness, crime, unemployment, and non-inclusive growth. This increase in the levels of social inequality and environmental degradation has accentuated the importance of a more inclusive model of progress. With the growing understanding that these societal problems cannot be solved or prevented only by the efforts of the government or developmental organizations, some businesses, business leaders, and talented individuals have tried to transform capitalism to use the market to solve social problems. The business community has come to realize that rather than being a burden, social responsibility needs to be embraced and can be a competitive advantage and driven by intrinsic incentives rather than an external compulsion. This shift has materialized in what the chairman of United Africa Bank Group, Mr. Tony Elumelu CEO, called Africapitalism. Africapitalism argues that all economic activity should be value-adding and have a social impact that creates wealth. Through long-term investment and the creation of social wealth, the private sector can solve Africa's development challenges more effectively and with greater sustainability than either philanthropy or the public sector.
The vision for this program is that we want to equip entrepreneurs to contribute meaningfully to Africa's economic and social development. The philosophy underpinning it, and I've gone through it, is Africapitalism, to drive African economic growth, and the mission to institutionalize luck. Our goal is that we want to touch African entrepreneurs from across the continent, 54 countries, 10 years, 10,000, create 1 million new jobs over that decade, and contribute at least $10 billion to the African economy over the next decade.
Well, we have looked at ourselves in Africa. We have assessed the opportunities in Africa. We have assessed the manpower resources in Africa by way of our entrepreneurs. And we have come to realization that we need to work more on what I can call education, okay? What opportunities is available to the entrepreneurs? How can they take their business to the next level? And we want to drive this in Africa, not only in Nigeria, because don't forget economic growth via the activities of entrepreneurs. If you look at the economy like China, Japan, they grew through their SMEs and through their entrepreneurs.